here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears. Here's Richie James on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. They left off last week.
And I know a lot of each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous advantage now.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Goff. Looking deep. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that role, and he showed it off right there. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. As they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields. James has got it. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
First down, a run with Cohen. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Second and 12. Here's Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, Got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Well, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they could win again here in Detroit, they'd pull off the season sweep. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Out to the right here to Shepard. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. Montgomery back to the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Fields. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's James. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We got you. Now we got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. That's what's going to put in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Once more, Montgomery. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Off play action, Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. These two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. 1st and 10. Now Goff. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Meanwhile, Goff's throw on target to James. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple of the 1st. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. From the gun, here's Goff. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Now Goff. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Here's Swift. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Williams will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy. Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Fields now to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 4th down conversions this drive, now 3 for 3.
I'd love to get a look at his play chart right now because he obviously has confidence in everything he has written down in terms of short yardage and going for it on 4th down.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run with Swift, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Being chased out left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. A give. This is Montgomery. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. Now it's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On play action, Fields. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at the 18. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
Well, such a costly interception. Nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
After the interception, here's Goff. Wide open receiver complete. A big play there for Detroit. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
From the 50, it's Goff.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. Touchdown, Bears! Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is DJ Reed returning. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Goff on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have the Lions first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line. Right there, 54, right there, 54. 5.
Now Goff on 1st down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. From the red zone now, Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A huge play there for Chicago. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that's how you start a drive, because they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Fields. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Fields. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Bears 21. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Lions
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Here's Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Back to throw. Goff. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Swift's got the 1st down and then some. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Play action. It's Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Goff. He'll get this off to Swift. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. He's picked off at his own 46. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff eluding the pressure right. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Second and 11. Intercepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's a handoff to Swift. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
It's 4th down.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Detroit, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they will be at home next week to take on